Hey, welcome to Joy is Real. Listen, I ain't even prepared, y'all. I ain't never prepared for real, but I really ain't prepared. I'm looking around, I'm like, where is my charger? My phone is dead as usual. Oh my goodness. I thought I was getting prepared, but nope. Joy, a space cadet. Yes, she is. But good evening. It's morning in some places. Yes, indeed. It's already after midnight in some places. It's about 9:32 here in Las Vegas. So that means it's about 12:32 over there on the East Coast. Hopefully we got some folks up with us. So good morning, I would say, to the East Coast folk. All right. It's a little late, in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. It's about 11 o'clock at night. But this time of hour in St. Louis, baby, it be popping. Because, honey, my town, honey, at night, you don't want to get caught slipping. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. But hello to those folks who may be tuning in from the home. Welcome, family. And to the replay viewers, make sure now y'all hitting that like button and sharing the live. It is so important to the channel, for sure. It's so important. All right. So, listen, Joy finna try to take a shot at this because this new tool that I'm using is telling me to talk about trending topics. And honey, like I said earlier, what Joy may deem trending may not be what others seem to be as trending. But what I did see out here is Brianna Brochet is out here still trying and still lying. Have mercy. What is wrong with this woman? I mean, then came online talking about banks scamming her for a car loan she signed her name on. She out here telling folks she didn't know that you had to put money on the principal on your own. She thought that things went where they supposed to go, things go where they supposed to go. When you don't pay nothing extra, some go toward the principal and some go toward the interest with your monthly payment. However, though, it is all based on that interest rate. So, of course, if your interest rate is damn near 30%, now, Jesus, a lot is not going to go toward the principal. In order for any more to go toward that principal, you got to pay more than that $1,998, $78, $73, how many ever dollars it is over 1,900. It all sounds ridiculous. Have mercy and have mercy. Who pays a $2,000 a month car payment? Who does that as a regular person? Brianna Brochet can't get right. I don't care how many dollars you making per month. You could be making $47,000 per month, as the number has been going around these YouTube streets. I believe you probably made that, probably a few months. It ain't been no consistent. And what I mean by consistent is 5 years or more. Show me 60 months worth of $47,000. And if you can show those types of receipts, then you are definitely bad with money. But I doubt that you can provide those types of receipts. You had one good year, maybe 2 good years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folk was out here really making some money from social media. That has died down, darling. That's why you see folks out here scrambling, folks getting back to 9 to 5 jobs. You know why? Because the money is not as plentiful as it was prior to. So now we see your tail checking finances because things are a little tight. Yeah, auto pay is great. I have my things set on auto pay as well, and my income is definitely a lot less than $47,000 per month. So again, that's really not a flex. That is what you call responsibility. Okay? Responsibility. And when you can't remember to pay bills on time, more than likely it would be very beneficial for you to put things on auto pay. But a lot of folks put things on auto pay. A lot of folks do that. Brianna Brochet. It has nothing to do with income and all to do with being responsible. Okay? But listen, things are getting tight. It got you checking stuff. It's like, okay, let me check this, let me check that. And you found out that 30% interest loan has bit you in the tail. Indeed, 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 indeed. $2,000 a month. She say for over a year now she been paying that, and only $5,000 went to the principal. Have mercy, have mercy. You could have purchased a house by now. Why haven't you bought a home? You don't need, if you making that $47,000 per month, you really don't need to carry a loan. You don't have to do that. You can go buy one straight out. You don't have to wait on nobody to tell you that, hey, you can go get this. Because per what you say, you can go do it. So go do it. Why are you wasting your money? You are a renter and talking about a BMW X5. There is no way. Baby, you should be driving in a Toyota Camry or something like that. Something around what you got going on, because evidently, honey, your credit score is short for a almost 30% interest rate. You can't tell me that your credit score don't begin with a 5. It got to. It don't begin with no 6 or no 7 with no interest rate that high. It does not. At 29%, it might be a 4, and they just base everything off your financial resources. They say, well, this numbnut do make, some thousands a month. So even though, she just paying for the look of it all. She can afford to pay for the look of it all. 30% interest rate. What in the world? Where is your parental? Mr. Battle, why haven't you instructed your daughter on how to be just a little bit more financially sound? That don't make no sense to be telling folks you make $47,000 per month for you to be out here signing predatory loans at 29% APR. That is insane. That is insane. Ooh, Lord, 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 Lord. Listen, welcome to those that are here. Make sure you are pressing the like button and the share button, honeys. We need all the help we can get. We need all the help we can get around here. So please hit like, please hit share. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel for sure. All right. But back to the Cant, right? I just watched Latte's World video just trying to get up to date about her latest lie. And I was just dumbfounded. I say this girl just can't stop. She cannot stop. Miss Brianna Brachet. You know, I thought when I first got wind of you that there was some common traits. I said, I see a little of myself in her as far as like the mistakes you were making. You know, and I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. But I was never that silly. I never was that silly. You are now a 32-year-old woman with 6 children by 3 different men, and you still want folks to view you as an immature woman, one that is still learning. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Most times babies grow you up. Most times. Most times a divorce will grow you up. Most times. Most times having multiple baby daddies grow you up. You have gone through all those things and you are still asking for grace. No. Grace from who? The only grace you're going to get is from God. But from man going to look at you like, girl, if you don't go somewhere and sit down somewhere, if you don't quit prancing your tail in front of those that are younger than you with this foolery, you need to sit down. It's young women that possibly are looking up to you. I know for sure you got 3 of them in your home. You have 3 young women of your own that are looking up to you, and pretty much all they see their mother do is shake her tail. Shake her tail and cry on the internet. There has to be a wanting, a desire, a passion to be different for it to come about. Evidently, that has gone out the window for you, Miss Can't Get Right, Miss Brianna Brochet, Miss Brittany. What do Auntie Pimo call you? She call you can't get right. Yeah, that's who call you can't get right, Auntie Pimo. You need to listen to these ladies because they have offered great advice to you. You don't like it because of the delivery. But let me tell you something. At 32 years old, ain't nobody finna deliver nothing to you packaged up in no bowl. No, ma'am. You need hard core conversation, meaning lay it out on the table. One, you need to stop lying. That is the worst trait you could have in life, is to be a liar. I would trust someone that deletes people probably before I trust a liar. Because a liar is deceptive, manipulative, evil more than likely. You know, they always trying to paint the picture a different way than what is really seen. You have to be careful around a liar. I tries to make sure that none are in my circle. Yeah. If more than likely, if I catch you in a lie one time, the relationship more so is probably going to end. Probably so. Because you can't trust a liar. This woman has been lying for over 2 years now. I caught wind of her, you know, when she was out here saying that her ex put his hands on her. I really didn't know much of her prior to nor her husband, ex-husband. Let's say ex-husband, because she surely does not have a husband at all at this current moment. She is now a baby mama. Have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. To 3 men. You are a baby mama for 3 men, hunty. That is not a great title to have. It's not. That's why you try to cover your titles with misrepresentations like degrees and stuff. But I'm telling you, I don't care what you went to school for. If you have obtained a level of achievement as such as a master's degree, you definitely know what interest rate is. Quit telling folk that your tail got 3 degrees, because that is a lie. It's got to be a lie. If your butt don't even know what interest is about. Talking about, ooh, if I'm paying $19.93, then I would think the money go where it should be. It does, silly. It does. At 29%, most of it going to interest. Few dollars going to your principal. That's why you owe $1,000 and you done paid $23,000 and some change in a year. $15,000 of your money went out the window just for you to have a certain look. That is insane. Have mercy and have mercy. Hey, Mr. Dow, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You are always right on time. Thank you, fair use, although I ain't even pulled nothing up yet. But thank you. Since you're here, baby, I always gotta play your intro. Where you at? Where Mr. Dow at now, honey? Here he is. Thank you, Mr. Dow, for being here for sure. But listen, honey. Yes, I would advise you to quit talking about them doggone 3 degrees as many times as you done came to this here internet with silliness that a person with that level of education would not be fooling around with, young lady. I don't know who you think you fooling, but you ain't fooling most. You are not fooling most. As I stated earlier today, when I came across your page on my Facebook For You page or whatever page they call that, and I'm not even subscribed to you because you don't want to hear my opinion. You keep blocking me. Every time I comment, you block. You don't want to hear the truth. And I don't even present things in a way that I would say should get under your skin. I'm asking real questions in a real tone and leaving it at that. And you are still taking those things quite personal. When folks do that, there's some truth that lies there, for sure. Yes, always appreciative, for sure. Thanks so much, Mr. Dow. Thanks so much. But yes, Brianna Brochet, how I wish I had 10 or more aunties giving me good sound advice. Now, it may be unsolicited, which that's okay. Most auntie advice is unsolicited because we tell you what you gotta know and not what you want to know. I wish I had that growing up. I probably would have made less mistakes. Here you are, got the internet at your disposal. There are several content creators that I have seen that has offered you some great advice, and you are taking none of it. You were warned about your current male partner way before babies got involved. And here, babies are here. So guess who fault that is? Young, that's your fault, child. Let me not call you a child because you are not a child. And you take us speaking that way as if you are really that. You are definitely auntie status, little mama. Yes, indeed. 32 And how long you gonna be 32? Are you ever gonna accept 33? You've been 32, it seemed like, for 2 years. I didn't know that you stay the same age for more than 12 months. But hey, we all know that Can't Get Right is on her own timing, baby. She is, she is, she is. She shows half receipts and she does corny pranks. Talking about the prank queen. Have mercy. You are pranking nothing. Those pranks be cringe. They really do. Because most of the participants give off the vibe that they don't want to be a participant, that you're making them. Your dad be like, ugh, another one. Your kids be like, ugh, another one. You need to figure out something different, Miss Brochet. You really need to find something different, since it's definitely not turning over a new leaf. You don't really want to do that. You really don't. You have actually ended up in a worse position than the first position. Real talk. You have ended up in a worse position than your first position. Indeed. Because now you 6 babies in. Oh my God. If what's that boy name? They calling him Joella. Why they calling that boy Joella? I heard Miss Latte say something about a moose. Why they calling him a moose? He look like a moose a little bit. Oh, mercy me. He does look like a moose a little bit. But if that man stop boinking you, I wonder who you gonna get to fill that position. Ooh, baby, with 6 children. Ooh, you talking about folks trying to see you on your knees. With 6 children, you gonna be on them. Hmm. Yes, it did it. With 6 children, you gonna be on them. And you probably should be on them. Not in the way that would put you in a bad light, but in a way that'll bring you to the light. Hmm. I would be on my knees praying day in, day out in a situation like yours. See, you think your money is something. That money ain't nothing but a distraction. And it has gotten, not getting you off course. You are off course. It has thrown you so far off course that you have modified your God-given body. You have already shown the creator that you are not even appreciative of how he made you. Girl, please. That money is what has your mind totally fried. It made you lie on your ex-husband. It made you blow up your family dynamic. Baby, let me tell you something. When you have children, your decisions in life have to be for them. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be. When you look around, are the faces smiling? Or do they have a look of concern? Ooh, my. I could just imagine. I could just imagine going from the love that they were receiving from a Mr. Hampton to what they're getting from your current situation. Hi, Mr. Audrey. How are you today? Glad to see you. Make sure you hit that like button for me, Mr. Audrey. I know I can count on you to do it. And if you could share, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm over here talking about Miss Brianna Battle, formerly Brianna Hampton, formerly Mrs. LaTruth. Are you aware of this young lady, Mr. Autry? This young lady here is a trending topic per se. And this new tool that I am using has advised me it would be very beneficial for Joy to speak about trending topics. Have mercy. Now, I wasn't necessarily going to touch Lil Mama because she be out here mad at folks. Oh, my phone went dead. Have mercy. Oh, Lord. Y'all, I'm going to have to get up because I need to get my charger for my phone. And I know my husband that went to sleep and my phone just went absolutely dead. What did Mr. Audrey say? Yes, Joy. A lot of people blow up their own spot and then wonder why. Yes, blow up their own spot. A lot of women, I remember Mr. Audrey, and this is when I was a young woman. I was in my 20s. I had just had my second child, and my son's grandmother said that a bickering woman will tear her own house down. When I tell you from that day forward that that woman speaking that in me changed my entire life. At that very moment, Joy got it together when it came to speaking to a man as if I was his equal. I stopped. That day, because not only did she tell me that, she showed me where it stated that in the Bible, and that a man will go to the corner of, he would rather be in the corner of his roof than deal with a woman that just goes on and on and on and on. Have mercy, have mercy. So this woman blew up her own spot because she didn't want to be accountable for the mistake by bringing whatever was going on with her relationship at that time to the internet and the way that she did it. She did not want to say, hey, this is not what it is. I actually, hey, just straight up and down. Just stand on it. I lied, y'all. When I tell you folks would be more acceptable of you coming out, being bold, being brave, and being accountable than you coming every single day with continual lies. Have mercy and have mercy. I'm telling you, Miss Brianna Brochet, if you could find the inner strength to be truthful, I mean the real truth, baby, meaning exposing all the dirty. See, you gotta be bold to not give a doggone about what somebody else thinks about your wrongdoings. Yes, you got 3 baby daddies. Guess what? Joy do too. Sure do. Joy got 3 baby daddies. But I bet you, I dare you, somebody treat me as if I am below anything. I am still a queen. Even if you thought different. And when you walk in that, then people see you as that. But when you are walking in deception and dishonor, oh, that's what you're gonna get. So that's all folks see you as. You just a woman who done had 6 kids by 3 different men, keep on making silly mistakes, keep on lying about silly stuff like cars and folks putting their hands on you. I tried to, I don't, they say you can't say certain things on this here internet, But Brianna, this lying stuff has to stop. It is not getting you anywhere. It's not working with your relationship. I know you done told that boy so many lies. I could just imagine how many phone calls that man got during your pregnancy about you being in pain, over exaggerating. You pregnant for the 5th and 6th time, and you acting like this your first. I'll say this lady here, she is something else. Something else. Do you know that I really was hoping that all of this was a skit? I really was. I said, this would be internet viral sensation if all of this was really a skit. I was hoping that for you. I was really hoping that you were not pregnant with your 5th and 6th child by your 3rd baby daddy at 32 years old, 1 year after divorcing another man. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Again, I thought we had some similarities, but we don't, because I would have never been that silly. I would have never been that silly to get filled up by another man just leaving another man. That is just insane. Mm-mm-mm. And the one that helped you get there, that's you really gotta watch the next one. Like, why would your interest lie there? That's what I would have been looking at him. I've been like, what you come knocking around this door for? Or, why am I so interesting to you? That's we would have had those conversations, and it would have all came out. It would have been like because you got 3 million viewers, and don't nobody know who I am, and I am trying to be the next Denzel Washington. That would have came out if you really would have had those conversations. Have mercy, Mr. Audrey. I ain't trying to preach, but it's been told that that is my calling. Although, I feel like that I only do it at times like this, or maybe preaching to the kids or something like that or what have you. Speaking in front of thousands of people or what have you. Ooh, that just seems like a task. But, it probably would be fun for sure. It probably be fun. I wonder if I would stutter a lot. I probably would. I probably would shake a lot. But that is, not necessarily preaching, but I really would like my voice to be heard more than just at my home. Because my family, I get on their nerves. Because they hear me all the time. And my husband say every day, baby, you just love to hear yourself talk. But it's not that. It's just like, hey, when I'm passionate about something, I'm passionate. And it is what it is. And I definitely am passionate about uh, young women or younger women making better decisions, especially when they are out here in this nature. I was uh Brianna to a certain extent in some ways. I am a woman with 4 children by 3 different men and had them all before 30. I had 2 children by the time I was 22 years old. And I was a smart girl who chose to not use her head. And it had me go down some journeys that I would not wish on anyone. However, though, I learned from each one of those situations and definitely veered another way that was more beneficial. Meaning I learned from my mistakes. I didn't keep making one after another, after another, after another. Well, maybe with the continuation of having children. However, by the time I had my last 2 children, they were very much so welcomed. So I was at a different time in my life. But yeah, so seeing this young woman out here bold and proud with lying and prancing around instead of really uplifting young women is bothersome to me because she has 3 million folk watching her. 3 million. And instead of good content that could bring young Black girls forward, she's showing them how to modify their bodies, how to twerk, how to have toxic relationships, how to use social media as a diary, as Truth Slayer said tonight. I said that is exactly what she is doing. She is using social media as a diary. You can't do you can't do that and seem same. Because we all know that our diaries is where we go from one thing to another. And more so reading it back. I just read something back from a diary entry 7 years ago. I was 120 days from my 40th birthday. When I read that entry, I wanted to tip the table over. I wanted to tip the table over. I was so mad. I said, Joy, girl, do you know that was 7 years ago? So even at this age, there are still failures. So I'm speaking from experience. However, though, I am bold enough and transparent enough to let y'all know that there have been failures. Because guess what? Who cares what y'all think about my failures? Who cares? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares how I'm perceived, I guess, to others if I've missed a mark? She's trying not to miss marks and missing all the marks. She out here looking crazy. Out here looking crazy. I wish she would sit down and really readjust. Because it's just, oh my goodness. When I seen her current partner, well, is he a partner? I don't think he is a partner. Is he a partner? So we just gonna call him baby daddy. And I didn't even want to use those doggone terms like 15 years ago. Like, seriously, I hated those terms, baby mama and baby daddy. But it is what it is. Now that I'm 47 years old, what? I guess it is what it is. But her baby daddy, gosh darn it, I lost my train of thought. See, God dog it, that's what happened when you're 47. We'll get back to it. You lucky, Mr. Young. I was gonna make some statement about you, and I just can't remember it right now, but it'll come back to me. And ladies and gentlemen who smoke the ganja, you might not want to smoke as much as Joy because it definitely limits your brain activity. As you just seen, I had the biggest brain fart. I cannot remember what I was getting ready to say about Mr. Young. Oh. But yes, Miss Brianna, I really would like you to just start thinking about your kids. If you think about them first, and that's not giving up on your life, because your life should be growing them to the best adults that they can be. What you say, Joy? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, did I already spell it? Joy, I know you the like button on the way in. I know that's right, Mr. Archie. Thank you, baby. Oh, and that was what, like 15 minutes ago. Okay. Lord, Georgie behind in the chat and all that. It ain't even that many folks in here. How you get behind the chat? Ooh, but listen, I hope y'all are hitting the like button. We had 3-4 people in here. And I only see How many likes? My phone's still dead. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold y'all mute. I'm gonna play some music while I go get my doggone charger because I thought my husband was going to hear me and was gonna bring it in here, but evidently he is gone to sleep. But I'm gonna play some music while I go. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So listen. Okay, we gotta turn that back down. I guess that's probably a good enough volume. And I done went in my room and this man is up, sitting in the middle of the floor watching TV and eating Oreo cookies. I tell you, and ain't paying me no bit of attention. Ain't tuned into my live or none. Uh-oh, come on now, wait a minute. All right. Okay, my phone is back on, hunties. All right. Let's see how many likes we got. Oh, we got 11 likes. I appreciate. We got 12. Ooh, 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 ooh. 12 likes. I appreciate that. I wish we can get some more subscribers. We're at 523 subscribers. Can we hit 550 before the end of the month? That would be a good goal, huh? How many is that? 27? 27 more subscribers by, does May go to 31 days? I think so. What is it? January, March, May. Yes, May has 31 days. So that'll be a good goal to hit 550 by the end of the month. But listen, does anybody have any opinion about Miss Brianna Brachet tonight? You guys are really quiet in the chat. I really would like some input, some engagement, as they say. Welcome to the faux folk we have in the room. Watch this, y'all. Watch what's getting ready to happen. Watch what's getting ready. I bet your bottom dollar. I bet your bottom dollar. I don't be knowing where I put stuff. I tells you. I tells you. Whenever I acknowledge them bushwatchers, they be leaving. Whenever I acknowledge them bushwatchers, they skedaddle leave. Yes, indeed. But what else do we have on this young lady? So she lying about that car. Troop Slayer said today that she was caught on TikTok talking about the baby in a singular term. Now, did she have two or no? What is going on around the baby situation? Why is she still not showing them babies? I mean, we can already tell just from the head that that music did not go off in mid. I'm talking. See, I tells you what, honey. Joy don't be knowing how to keep this stuff a going. We learning though. We learning, y'all. We are learning. I tip. Look, I tip. I tap my back with proud. Yes, I do. Indeed, indeed. Because, baby, I probably wouldn't have done this 6 months ago. Ooh, so let's see if there is some things still out here about the latest news of Miss Brianna Brochet. You know, I really ain't been keeping up to pop. Because I say this woman over here is just something else. And I'm tired of hearing about her. I don't even want to talk about her. But VidIQ say, Joy, you got to talk about some trending stuff from now on. Not where did it say from now on? It said from time to time, basically. You know, if you want your channel to grow and this and that and this and that. Ooh, I guess, I guess. I guess. So how long have we been live? Okay. Almost an hour. So that's good enough. We had a few folks that trickled in. Hello to the beautiful 4 people in the room. We have 5 people now. Hello. Welcome to Joy is Real. Do you guys have any input on tonight's subject? If not, we will be getting out of here in just a moment because we are approaching an hour and I cannot find anything else to talk about. I'm going to go sit up in this room with my baby. Although he said he's getting ready to go to sleep. He might be. But I'm sure getting ready to go in there, watch some TV and play some big whist. So if nobody has anything to say, who is that? Hey, Truth Slayer, on my way to bed. I'll catch the replay. Yes, thank you, Love Bug. I appreciate you being here. Actually, I kind of like piggybacked off your conversation a little bit because I couldn't believe that this girl is still out here fibbing. It makes no sense, True Slayer, that she is out here still lying, girl. So you have a good rest of the night for sure. Let me check to see if we at least got. Nope, we don't have any more new subscribers. We're up to 15 likes. I appreciate that. But we're going to close it on out because, again, I ain't got nothing else to say. This woman ain't really that interesting to me as she was 2 years ago when the fib was right there. Now that we're Definitely 2 years in a little over two. It's been over 2 years. We're going on three. It's 2.5 years. She's just really not that interesting. It's like, girl, are you gonna change or not? You keep saying that you gonna change, but you ain't changed. You actually are reverting. You know, uh, you went from somebody's wife back to being a baby mama, and on your way probably to being a homeowner, into now living in a condominium. They say, I don't know if that's a condominium or not, but yeah, she's just not that interesting anymore. You know, I just keep seeing her discount the good advice that is offered out here, like from Truth Slayer, from Miss D, from Auntie Pimo. Who else have I heard? Blue Pop, Harmony. Um, there's quite a few of folks that I have heard offer her some good stuff. And this girl out here steadily trying to fight for foolishness. For foolishness. And it's crazy because what are you showing the young girl? Honey, I tell you, I don't have a 32-year-old. My oldest child is 28. But I, if you were mine, I would take you, hold you, and hug you, and tell you to stop fighting. Stop fighting and start living. And how you start living is by being truthful. That line gets you nowhere. I see folks steadily trickling in, but y'all ain't saying nothing. I need y'all to talk to me because Joy ain't got really much to talk about, and I'm finna get up out of here. Give me something to go off of now. I'm finna go. Yes, I am. I should have been gone 4 minutes ago. But I seen a few folks trickle in. I'm like, okay, do y'all got something to offer to the conversation, or y'all just gonna do this? Or y'all just gonna do this? Have mercy. I told you, every time I play it, they skedaddle. The number went down. But since I ain't getting nobody to comment, I don't know how can I get y'all to talk. I got the watchers, not the talkers. I need some talkers to come up in here. Come talk to me. That's part of my intro. It say, come talk to me. Y'all just be coming in here sitting and watching, but that's okay. We'll take what we can get for sure. But we getting ready to close this thing on out because the numbers have dropped down for sure. So we're going to switch over to the outro music. Yes. We did a little over an hour. I'm kind of proud of myself. Come on. Let's give Joy a round of applause. a round of applause because just talking without presenting things is kind of hard. But in order for you to stay in alignment with doing right, I think I have to switch up on some things. You know, if you watched my video a couple days ago, new goals and new roles. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Oh, before I go, I can show you guys my latest edit of my trailer of my channel. Where is it? Have mercy. Again, Joy don't be knowing where she put stuff. Where is it? Did I not bring it over here? Joy may have to show y'all next time. Because I don't think I even have it in here. Nope, that's a good morning. Honey Joy ain't even got it in here. Nope. Mm-mm. Okay, so never mind. I will put it on the, add it to the media after the live ends and show you my next live. But okay, y'all, we're getting ready to close it on out. So enjoy your night. Enjoy your day. Enjoy every moment that comes your way. You know why. Yeah, y'all know why. If you was in this live, you definitely know why now. It's because joy is real. So until next time, see y'all soon.
Baby, I'm a hard mess. Your heart is like a fortress. But baby, I'm still curious about you. Baby, I'm a hard mess. You play me like you're playing chess. Guess you are oblivious about me.